Do you want to know how to set your instance up so you can get sales quotes out the door faster to close the deal? Abhishek Kolipey shows us how to add Lightning Web Components to our instance to sweeten the deal closure process. Welcome to 100 Days of Trailhead, where the tech community comes to learn Salesforce, learn tech, get inspired, and invest in ourselves. We are your trail guides, here to support you on your learning journey. We release videos weekly. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. In the description below, you can find links for everything we mention in this video, as well as books and resources we found useful. Visit our blog, 100daysoftrailhead.com, for other helpful Salesforce and tech content. CPQ is a great way to handle complex sales processes and pricing structures. Today, Abhishek Kolipey shows us how to set up the system to close deals faster. Abhishek is working as a Salesforce delivery manager at Matrix 7i. Before this, he was an independent Salesforce consultant working with Fortune 100 companies across the globe. He has a reputation as a global corporate trainer and international tech speaker. His favorite part is solving customer problems using Salesforce and mentoring software professionals to make a career in Salesforce.
Hello all, welcome to 100 Days of Trailhead. Thank you so much for joining my session. I just want to appreciate all of you and thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming into the website and tuning into my talk. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm going to make sure you're going to learn a lot in the next 10 minutes, and whatever you're going to learn today, you're going to definitely use it in your professional career. Yes, so the title of my talk is Achieve Higher, Further and Faster Deal Closure by Wiring LWC into Salesforce CPQ. Okay, and all the images which I'm using are subject to their own copyright, and this content is part of 100 Days of Trailhead. Okay, so the title looks very lengthy, but the concept and idea is very sweet and simple. You can use it definitely in your day-to-day work. A little bit about myself. So I'm working as a Salesforce delivery manager at Matrix 7i Private Limited. I'm an architect, and I used to work as an independent consultant for close to 3.5 years. And I used to work with product companies, which are mostly Fortune 500 companies. And I'm a Salesforce corporate trainer. I train employees and partners and Salesforce customers across the globe so that they can learn Salesforce and they can learn new upcoming tech features in the Salesforce. I'm a tech speaker. I spoke at a lot of domains across the world, and I give solutions to startups which they can build it on Salesforce and which will solve the problems. And I write the blogs on the tech problems which I face, so it will be useful for the developers. Okay, and this is my Twitter handle. You can just message me anytime, or if you have any doubts regarding the session, you can just let me know. If you like it or if you don't, any feedback, just give me a shout. So yeah. And this is a small collage of me doing various presentations. I think this one is in Paris and this one is in Manila, and had a good experience in public speaking. So I'm going to make sure you're going to learn a lot in the next few minutes. And these are all the domains which I'm invited as a speaker. So this is French Touch Streaming in Paris, India Dreaming in New Delhi, JDF in Jaipur, Navi Mumbai user group, Delhi user group, and many other things. And this is Texas Streaming in Austin, and this is Midwest Streaming in Chicago. So this was the last physical dreaming event I attended before the lockdown. And BAM Dreaming, which is a Canadian dreaming, I was supposed to attend it in March 2020, and you know what happened. So it was postponed to November 2020, and it went full virtual. And after that, I attended another dreaming. I spoke at another dreaming in Ukraine. It's called Salesforce Stage. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah. So now coming to the topic, right? So I just used two important terms in Salesforce ecosystem. One is CPQ, Configure Price and Quote, and LWC, Lightning Web Components. And both of them are very trending topics. Okay. So let's learn a lot. Learn quickly about CPQ and LWC, and let's see what we're going to get by combining both of these. Okay. So CPQ means Configure Price and Quote. So it is an app given by Salesforce. Okay. So this app gives a step-by-step approach for the agents. Okay, like for the agents, when I say like sales agents, so that they can close a deal with the customer. Okay, and it has its own UI, it has new objects and new fields. It's a complete different kind of thing. I mean, it uses accounts, opportunities, contracts and everything, but it has new objects as well. So it's a kind of different way, different kind of features, and most of these features are very user friendly. So we can easily, the users who are there, they can easily use it and they can close the deal. For example, if I'm an agent and I'm talking with a customer and sorry, yeah, and I can check it out. Okay, what are the things this customer has bought, and I can easily go to his contract, current contract, and can renew the contract, or I can extend the contract, or change the terms. I can do anything. I can add new products also to his contract. So those kind of user-friendly features are available. Okay, and an important thing is ease of configuration. We need not spend a lot of time in reinventing the wheel because most of this is already available. Okay, so it's easy to configure. So this is how it goes. Okay, talk with the customer, configure a kind of bundle for him, a bundle in the sense a set of products for him, and price. Just tell him that this is the price and negotiate on the price, give discounts, give like, okay, this is for this much subscription and all these things. And finally, you send a quote to him. When the quote is approved, it turns into a contract and we get money. Okay, configure the product, negotiate the price and send the quote. Okay, that's CPQ. Now, if you see LWC Lightning Web Components, so Lightning Web Components, first of all, it's a new way of programming Lightning experience. Okay, before we used to have Aura, and now it's Lightning Web Component. So it is with Lightning Web Components, our UI will experience very high performance compared to Aura, definitely compared to Visualforce, because they use web technologies, the latest web technologies. Okay, and again, this also has more and more rich user-friendly features. So all the features can be very much useful for the users. They're more dynamic and they're more responsive. Okay, and definitely it improves the productivity. From the developer perspective also, because many things are available, we can directly use for building a component, and for the users also. So everything is very fast and smooth for them. So it will be very easy for them. So what we're going to get by combining CPQ and LWC? This is what? A faster deal closer. For example, if you're closing a deal and with CPQ, and if you have the power of Lightning Web Components, you can close the deals little more faster. I would not say like 50% improvement or something, but at least 10 to 15% improvement in the deal closure rate. Okay. So, what exactly does combining CPQ with LWC mean? It is pretty simple. Embed a Lightning Web Component in the CPQ UI. Okay. So, just let me quickly show you this thing here. Okay. So, I'll just go through CPQ a little bit and I'll tell you some use cases, and then we can discuss the technical stuff. Okay. So now I'm just opening the app. As you can see, Salesforce CPQ. So by the way, this Trailhead is available and I'll be putting it in the references. So you can just create a Trailhead and play around with it. So you can see accounts, opportunity scores, and products, product rules, price rules, summary variables, many things are new. Okay. For example, if you go to an opportunity, yeah, let me go from the quote. For example, if this is the quote you have, it has a lot of things like account and everything. And as you can see, a lot of buttons are there. These are all given by CPQ only. Okay. And let me open the account. You can see there will be a little bit of changes in the UI, new opportunity, amend assets, renew assets. I was mentioning, right, renewing the contract and everything. All these things are available here. Okay. So this is base about CPQ. Okay. Let me just tell you a few other things before we go into the demo stuff. So I'm going to tell you two use cases. Okay. So, for example, I'm in front of my screen. I'm talking with the customer. I'm negotiating some deal with him. So I want to get more information so that which will help me in closing the deal. Okay, so this information should be relevant to the particular user. For example, like, okay, what are the products he bought like a few months ago, which can be useful for him, which he can rebuy it again, or which can renew the contract, or what people are buying in his locality, something like that. Okay, that we can show. Okay, so one example which we're going to discuss today is total orders. For example, if I'm selling a product, we can show him what is the total orders this product have been faced. Like this product has been bought this many times. Okay, like that. So that's one use case. The second use case is simplified actions. Okay, so as a user, I want my actions to be very simple. I need not go much deeper into, I need not go into different pages for 2 or 3 clicks for performing an action. Everything should be available in one page. Okay, so this is what we'll be giving. We'll give the user the flexibility to update prices on a quote. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, so and as I was mentioning, right, how dynamically the prices can be updated. That is what we're going to see today. Okay, so two things. One is information, one is actions. Okay, now let's go back to our OR. Okay, so as you're seeing here, this is all a quote in here, and it has a lot of things. So quote lines are the products which you are buying. For example, okay, yeah. This guy is buying digital camera, SD card, doorbell camera, interior camera. These are the prices and everything. Okay, so if you see here in the quote, there is a list amount here. This is the total amount. Okay, and now, for example, if I want to change the, I want to give a discount to this guy. Let's say I want to give discount to him on doorbell camera. I have to go to this quote line. I have to edit the price there. Then only it will be reflected here. Okay. Now, for example, if I'm selling the cameras, so I want to know how many cameras I sold, for example, like in last 1 month. Okay, just for an example sake. So these can be done by CPQ. Okay. So I'll just add my CPQ component here. Simple, just editing the page. Okay. And first I'll show you the demo, then we'll go into the tech stuff. Okay, it's taking time. Okay, so while it's still loading, it's like a plain bundle CPQ. It's like HTML and JS files. Okay, so as you can see, CPQ prices. Okay, so this is the component I created, CPQ underscore prices. Let me just drag it here. Okay, and save it. And let me show you how it's coming now. Okay, so now I'm on a quote. I'm negotiating with my customer. So these are the information. Use case 1, this week you had closed 17 orders. And this month I had closed 35 orders. Your deal closing improved by 12%. So this information is definitely going to help me, give me confidence, and give confidence to the customer so that he can close the quote. Okay. Now, the second use case is this digital camera and everything. For example, I say, okay, instead of $150 for this guy, let me make it 100 for him. Okay. So just that's it. I just entered the information there. I didn't do anything. I didn't click on anything. I didn't no other actions are performed. Just one action where I change the number. Okay, instead of going into multiple pages. Okay, let me refresh and see how it's coming. Okay, the prices are there. Now, if you see, before it was I think 720, now it got reduced to 670. Okay, so this is how dynamically you can see the component getting changed. Okay, got it? First one for the information, second one for the action. So in the UI of CPQ, you had embedded a Lightning Web component. It is definitely going to make your work little easier. When I say you, it means the user's work. Where it's going to make it very easier. Okay, so let's quickly look at the code. So I was telling, right, it's a bundle. it has a HTML and JS file. So the HTML file is plain, very simple. So there are 3 divs here. Okay. This week you had closed these many orders. This month you had closed these many orders. Monthly deal closure improved by this much %. These are all variables. If you remember in Aura, we have to use v dot or something, but here just this is how we reference it. Okay. And if you see monthly orders, so this is a JS file. These are all the import statements. So this is just for importing the classes and everything. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. But if you see, I just declared the hard-coded variables, weekly orders, monthly orders, order percentage, track. Whatever I keep it here will be coming in the weekly orders. And that will be coming, where is this? Yes, weekly orders. Okay. So this is an example for this. Now, the next one is very important and interesting. First, I need to, whenever I'm on the code page, I know the record ID of the code. Now, I need to fetch the code line items and show only their prices. Okay. For that, first, there is a connected callback. Okay. This acts like a constructor. Okay. And I have a quote list. Okay. Quote lines list. Okay. For the existing quote, which is the record ID, that is a quote ID, I will be getting the list of children, quote lines. Okay. So this getting the thing is from here in the connected callback. So whenever I load my Lightning Web component, this is like a constructor. It gets called. It will execute these lines of code. Sorry about that. And it will fetch this from the method get prices. And this is how we define the methods. Apex CPQ controller is the class name. Get quote lines is the name of the method. Okay. It's a fairly simple method. Let me just quickly show it to you. Okay. So here we are just passing the record ID and we are fetching the quote lines. Okay. A very simple method. Yeah. As you can see, get quote lines. I'm just returning this one as quote equal to record ID. Okay. Get quote lines. Okay. So this calls this method. This is the syntax for it. You can just go through it later on. And what are the result I'm getting? The list of quote lines, I'm assigning it to the quote list, which I created here. And when I get the quote list, I'll be iterating. This is an iteration template for each quote list for item index. And I'll be showing product is, product name, and list price. Okay. I'll be iterating and showing the product name and list price. Okay. As you can see here, I'm iterating, showing the product and list price. Product, list price, product, list price. So I'll be getting the QO list as 4, as a size of 4. Okay. So that's how I'll be getting this one. Now, if you see this here, I kept another function. Whenever we change the list price, for example, if you remember, I discounted it. Whenever I change the price, this will call the method change price. Change price is also simple. It will just call another function where it will take the record ID, which is the target.name, which is the quote list ID, quote line ID, and the price. And then it will update. The method is fairly simple. Update QL. Update the quote line with this price. Okay. That's the thing. And that's when we updated, it got updated and it got reflected here also. Dynamically, this all happened. Okay. And I put some console.logs also. So we can see it here. So this is the result, the quote list. Sorry. This is the result which I'm getting. Now, let me just quickly just add a 0 here. See, if I give the 0, 200 is coming. This is a quote line. So it got updated. Now, if you see it again after refreshing, yeah, it got updated to 850. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. Okay, so that's like in a very brief. Now, in the summary, what we learned is CPQ, LWC, and the combination gives a very good performance impact to the users and it's going to definitely improve the productivity and close deals more and more faster. Okay. And so I had shown you how to see the total orders in a quote and update the quote prices, how dynamically you had updated it. Okay. And if you see the references, this is how you can just go here and you can sign up for the CPQ trial org and you can play around with it. And if you want to learn more, you can just try for the super badge. Okay. And for LWC, this is a good trail mix. It will give you all the things. Okay. And this is my blog, Salesforce CPQ LWC, where I had put all the code, whatever I had shown it here. So you can just refer the code anytime. Okay. Thank you so much for staying patient. I'm really hoping to connect with some of you soon. And I really hope this CPQ and LWC will definitely help you out in your professional career.
And with that, we're at the end. How do you anticipate using CPQ in your instance? Comment below. We would also love to hear what video topics you want us to cover in future videos in the comments. If you've made it to this point, we want to take an opportunity to say thank you. Since you've stayed with us, here's a bonus. As LWC is one of the most trending topics for a developer, it is not necessarily always the best solution in some use cases. The best approach is to analyze the problem and identify if it can be solved by any existing configurations and then go for LWC as the last resort. Thank you for spending time with us. Please like and subscribe to our channel because we share weekly content to support your tech and Salesforce learning journey. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. Connect with us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and on 100daysoftrailhead.com, all of which are listed below. Thank you for learning with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.